Have you ever looked at a piece of broccoli and felt like you were staring into a void? I have. For as long as I can remember, my relationship with vegetables has been, to put it mildly, complicated. It's not a simple matter of taste, it is something deeper, a fundamental disagreement between my palate and that entire kingdom of plants. From the bitter whisper of kale to the earthy crunch of a carrot, they just don't speak my language. This isn't a dramatic declaration of war, but rather a quiet, lifelong standoff. It's me on one side of the dinner table and a plate of steamed asparagus on the other, both of us unwilling to yield. My name is John, and I don't like vegetables. This admission often draws looks of surprise, concern, or even a little pity from health-conscious friends. They see a plate without a splash of green as a canvas missing its most vital colors. Okay, let's go. This inquiry is more than just a matter of dietary preference. It touches upon the very essence of health and longevity. We are constantly reminded by public health campaigns, doctors, wellness experts, that a diet rich in vegetables is a cornerstone of preventing chronic diseases. They are presented as the guardians against heart disease, the soldiers in the fight against cancer, and the regulators of a healthy metabolism. So, when someone like me sidesteps this entire food group, the question naturally arises: am I willingly charting a course toward a shorter, less healthy life? Am I missing out on a fundamental pillar of well-being? Health is a complex and deeply personal equation. It involves genetics, environment, activity levels, mental well-being. Are there multiple paths to the same destination of wellness? By breaking down the components of vegetables, vitamins, minerals, fiber, antioxidants, we can begin to see them not as indivisible, mandatory items, but as carriers of essential elements. This perspective shift is crucial. At its core, your body is a complex biological machine, a marvel of engineering forged over millennia. To function, it requires specific raw materials, the nutrients we get from food. These are tangible molecules and elements. Vitamins act as coenzymes, helping facilitate the chemical reactions that sustain life. Minerals form the structure of our bones and transmit electrical signals through our nerves. Proteins are the builders, creating and repairing tissues. Carbohydrates are a primary energy source. Fats are another primary energy source that fuel our every move and thought. Vegetables are celebrated as efficient delivery systems. Think of a dark leafy green like spinach. Iron for your blood, calcium for your bones, vitamin K for clotting, vitamin A for vision. A bell pepper is bursting with vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant protecting cells. But nutrients are not exclusive to vegetables. They exist across the natural world. Shift the conversation from foods to nutrients. The body doesn't detect broccoli or demand kale. It requires vitamin K, folate, magnesium, fiber. The goal isn't a fixed food list, but total dietary intake that supplies the full constellation of nutrients. If one is to navigate a healthy life without a reliance on vegetables, the first mission is to become a master of nutrient sourcing. Let's start with vitamins. Vitamin C, famous for its immune-supporting and antioxidant properties, is a perfect example. While abundant in broccoli and peppers, oranges, kiwis, strawberries, mangoes, a single kiwi can provide a significant portion of your daily requirement. Next, consider the B vitamins, particularly folate, B9. Leafy greens are a primary source, but folate is also plentiful in legumes and avocados. Furthermore, many countries have mandatory fortification programs, adding folic acid to breads, pastas, cereals, a quiet safety net. Minerals like potassium and magnesium also need to be accounted for. Potassium: bananas, potatoes with the skin, yogurt, salmon, cod. Magnesium: from nuts, seeds, and whole grains. A handful of almonds or a serving of oatmeal can contribute significantly. Phytonutrients and antioxidants aren't exclusive to vegetables. Fruits, spices like turmeric, cinnamon, oregano, even green tea and coffee are loaded with them. The key is diversity. By incorporating a wide variety of fruits, legumes, nuts, seeds, and spices, you can rival a vegetable-heavy diet. So that's the plan. Within each of us exists a bustling hidden galaxy, the gut microbiome. This is the community of trillions of bacteria, fungi, other microbes that live in our digestive tracts. Science is now revealing its profound impact on our overall health. They help digest food, synthesize essential vitamins, regulate our immune system, and even communicate with our brain. One of the primary food sources for these beneficial gut bacteria is dietary fiber. Prebiotic fibers travel to the large intestine. When these bacteria consume fiber, they produce short-chain fatty acids, such as butyrate. These compounds nourish the cells lining our colon, reduce inflammation, and help protect us from various diseases. So, what happens to this inner galaxy in a veggie-free diet? Without a conscious effort, a diet high in processed foods and low in fiber can starve the beneficial bacteria. This imbalance, known as dysbiosis, is linked to digestive problems, inflammation, and a weakened immune system. Therefore, for someone avoiding vegetables, alternative fiber from fruits, legumes, whole grains, nuts, and seeds is absolutely critical to keep your inner galaxy thriving. While it is theoretically possible to construct a healthy diet without vegetables, it is important to navigate this path with a clear understanding of the potential risks. The most immediate and significant risk is that of nutrient deficiency. Vegetables are such a convenient and dense source of so many micronutrients that removing them raises the difficulty of meeting needs. Short-term reports, fatigue, brain fog, a weakened immune response. A lack of vitamin C slows healing. Low potassium affects muscle and blood pressure. Low magnesium impairs sleep and increases anxiety. These are not dramatic, immediate failures, but a slow erosion of optimal function, like running a complex machine with the wrong grade of oil. Beyond specific deficiencies, a long-term diet low in plant matter is associated with higher risks of heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and certain cancers. While you can supplement some of these, the complex food matrix effect is hard to replicate in a pill. Therefore, the margin for error is smaller. For the vegetable avoider, staples like fruit, legumes, nuts, and whole grains must become foundational pillars. The risks are real, but they are manageable with knowledge and diligence. Knowledge is a powerful tool. Experience is the ultimate teacher. For anyone who, like me, has a deep-seated aversion to vegetables, the idea of suddenly incorporating them can feel overwhelming. So, I propose a small, simple experiment. I call it the one-bite mission. Once a week, try one single bite of one vegetable, prepared in a new way. Often, our dislike stems from a specific texture or flavor profile born from a single method of cooking. That same broccoli you despise when steamed might reveal an entirely different character when roasted. A carrot could become sweet and tender when glazed with a touch of honey or maple syrup. Be a culinary scientist, form a hypothesis, conduct the experiment, then take just one bite. Observe without pressure. Texture, primary flavors, bitterness, or something else. You might discover a gateway vegetable, or confirm your aversion. Either outcome is a success. A truly healthy and long life is the result of a constellation of factors working in harmony. A balanced diet is one part of a larger, interconnected system. Nutrition, movement, sleep, and well-being. Regular physical activity is a non-negotiable pillar of health. Movement strengthens the heart, builds muscle, improves insulin sensitivity, and supports mental health. Sleep is when the body and brain perform critical repair. Prioritize 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. Well-being matters. Reduce chronic stress, combat loneliness, and cultivate purpose through connection, mindfulness, and meaningful work or hobbies. A sedentary life cannot be outrun by a perfect diet, and an active life can be undermined by poor nutrition. Therefore, the quest for health without vegetables must be part of a larger mission. Nourish the body, engage the mind, nurture the spirit. Create a personal universe that is balanced, vibrant, and sustainable. So, can you still be healthy if you hate vegetables? The evidence suggests that the answer is a qualified yes. It requires a level of diligence, knowledge, consistency. Become the chief scientist of your own body, meticulously planning your nutrient intake. Fruits, legumes, grains, plus movement, sleep, and mental well-being. The body does not demand vegetables, it demands the nutrients they contain. Replace dietary dogma with scientific curiosity. Swap guilt for empowerment. For me, John, this journey has been illuminating. It has armed me to build a strong, resilient body, even with my peculiar dietary standoff. I'm more adventurous with fruits, I embrace legumes and whole grains, and I undertake the one-bite mission with curiosity. My relationship with vegetables may never be a love affair, but it no longer needs to be a source of anxiety. I can focus on what I do eat. The universe of health is vast and full of wonders. There is always more to learn, more to explore. If you found this valuable, continue the journey with us as we explore more science of health and longevity.